Well,
Mm.
hello. No one wants to hear from me. They want to hear from you.
Hear from you. No,
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Busy as all get out. Wow, what a time of year, right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be slowing down a little bit. Weren't you coming up
No,
to a break or something? You said?
Thanksgiving,
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
okay.
And I
Okay.
slow down for a little while. Give myself some time to do some writing.
Well, that's good. All right. So I have images. Where do you want me to start with the images that
Um,
you sent?
yeah, just that one that I just sent.
Okay. I'm going to start
Mhm.
with the pictures because I think the pictures were fantastic. So let me share that one
Yeah,
first.
yeah, I'm excited.
I think they look great. You look great.
Yeah, look at those eyes, man. I'm telling you, the skin getting really, evened out. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Have you noticed any difference with your hair?
Oh, yeah, the color of my hair is getting darker. Oh, I'm losing some gray. What the heck?
Oh
Right?
no.
Oh, they won't know that I have all this wisdom. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, my wife actually was the one who said that not too long ago. She said, "I think your hair's getting darker." And then when I was looking at the picture, you can't really see it in those, but it's like, by Jove, I think you're right. So only my hairdresser will know.
Ah, we'll hear about that the next one. All right, so
Yeah.
let's unveil our blood. Let me find it here.
Mhm.
There it is. Share my screen. Okay. So we have up our August 25th and our October
Mhm.
10th. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so there's some interesting differences. Actually the 10-day was more, I think it was more for me, very much more surprising. This kind of it's getting better, the digestion. And like I said, my biggest thing is I was always taking digestive enzymes before I ate. And my thing is that if I'm going to be purchasing something to help my health, I got to be able to give up something. And so I want to be able to give up some of my multiple vitamins and my digestive enzymes and some of those things. And so when I really was comparing this, I was like, you're not doing anything. And yet you're not taking these things, and yet things are getting better. So the digestion, I think, is pretty good. And I think on October the 9th, the night before this, it was kind of funny. I think we were really bad. I think we'd gone out to eat and stuff. And it was like, oh my gosh. So the blood still, and of course, you can't see it in a still picture, but it was really moving that morning, and it took a few seconds for it to slow down. So I'm really, really impressed with that. And then back on
Wait, I have
August
a
20,
question.
yes,
What
yes,
does is there what is the meaning when the blood goes the speed of the blood? What's the meaning of that? Can you
the
explain?
circulation.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
circulation. Yes.
So
You just,
slower
you
is
may
bad.
know. Right. And you may be surprised or not surprised at how many people I do blood for and it just sits there. And you're like, wow, you're like, 35 and your blood is slug, and it just sits there. And so I'm always, that's the first thing is that because when you do a live blood cell analysis, the emphasis on the live word. And the thing is that I have maybe 10 to 12 minutes to really do a good assessment of the blood because it's going to die. It's getting out in the oxygen. Even though there's a slide on it, it's going to, the oxygen is going to kill it. And so I don't have a lot of time. It's also being heated up on the microscope stand itself. And I always chuckle when I have clients who they want to talk. And I'm like, yeah, I need to keep moving through your analysis so we can see a lot of things. So yes, so you're very correct. It was much more zippy, and I like zippy blood. So I was impressed by that as well. So back on August 25th, I was surprised to find that bottom piece there, that thrombocyte, which meant that there was clumping in the platelets, which can cause just that blood clotting. And I was a little bit like, whoa, because I'd never really had seen that in my blood before. But we know that with COVID, blood clotting has increased. And I'm not vaccinated, but I did get COVID, a mild case. And so I was sort of like, wonder if that's it. So at the 10-day mark, when I reported in the 10-day mark, there was no more of the blood clotting. But now on day 47, what I found was a uric acid crystal. I went looking for the platelet clumping. There wasn't any. And then I found that beautiful little crystal there, kind of almost in the middle. Yep. And I was like, well, that's kind of crazy. And then I got to thinking about it, that probably because of the patching, that my body's doing a cleansing process. And that didn't surprise me. So like I said, I don't usually have uric acid issues, but I found that it was the only thing I could find. But I was like, this is not bad. But I was kind of like, I think we're going through a cleansing process. And by day 40 to 40, 40 to 60, anyone doing this patching process, I would find them probably starting to do a good cleansing process of their own. And I do have a new brand partner who I did, her and her husband. I took their blood. They came in for blood before they got their patches. So we're going to be watching their blood for this kind of interesting stuff too.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So exciting. Now, so you're saying the uric acid, what role does that play in our bodies?
Uric acid, well, uric acid will of course cause kidney stones. It can cause gout. That's really one of the biggies. I don't suffer from either of those. And again, that's one of the things. So it's a kidney issue that is showing up possibly. And yes, I have alcohol sometimes and things. So I've never had this, but I was sort of like, wow, this is kind of an interesting thing. And so it could be that's what I was kind of attributing this to, was the kidneys starting to do some cleaning. Yeah.
Okay. What in terms of, I see this top slide here, it's got like little spots in here. What are those little spots?
Those can be stuff on the slides, because I can't tell, you never get perfect glass when you do a slide. So that one where your cursor's at is possibly a mark on the slide. There are some other things that look shadowy that could possibly be the platelets themselves that you would want, that's clotting your blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does the uric acid, how does that, back to the crystal, it's just so pretty on there, honestly.
I know, right? The pretty stuff is the stuff you don't want, right?
I know, right? So how does that resolve in the blood? What is that supposed to do? It doesn't. Okay.
It doesn't. That's the problem, that when I'm working with people, I then recommend supplements, cranberry juice or things like that I want them to take, so that they can start breaking up those crystals. Because what happens is, a crystal like that is like the mothership. It's going to start gathering more. Kidney stones start in the blood and then go to the kidney to make the stone. They start off in this softer crystal-like form, and then they go to the kidney to actually give you the problem. So that could eventually become an issue. So I'm going to keep that. That'll be like, day 65 or 70. We're going to take a look again and make sure that there's none in there, because I am not doing anything for that at this point, because I'm really laying it all on the fact that I think my body's cleansing, and that the patches are doing their job. But that's what it could do. It can cause any number of issues. I have people who do have kidney stones, some unfortunately on a more regular basis, and they always start off, when I'm looking at their blood, and they're huge. Like, I have one guy, that crystal would take up that whole screen. And wow. he gets real, when that starts showing up, we go immediately into danger mode, and we start working on some stuff. Yeah.
All right, we have Amy with a question.
Yeah, so you said that under the October 10th one, that could be debris or something from the slide. Do you not dip your slides in alcohol before
Oh, no, you don't want to dip your slides in alcohol. Oh, no, alcohol. alcohol's a heavy metal. No, I don't clean my slides. I don't need to clean them. But glass will have stuff. It's not a debris. It's what's in the glass. Glass is not perfect. You're always going to see, you know, some kind of a mark from glass. But no, this is not a debris like dirt got on my slide.
That's what I thought you had
Yeah,
said.
no, I'm sorry. No, that's incorrect for me. But thank you for clearing that. Yes. No, and you don't ever want to clean your slide with like alcohol.
I do have a question. If you were to clean your slide with alcohol and then you put the blood on it, would it then kill the cells that you're trying to see?
It does. Right. Which is why I can't put blood on people's hands or blood. Yeah. I can't put alcohol on people's hands. I use a different product that cleanses, but doesn't have the type of alcohol that will kill the blood as well. Because we want it to be as preserved as we can. Or as pure. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
When people wipe their alcohol swabs, now for live blood anyway, you don't want to like wipe an alcohol swab on somebody's finger because the blood that's coming out will then be deformed from that alcohol.
Any other questions? What do you think is your biggest takeaway here after 47 days of patching with your slides, with your skin? How's your wife doing? What are her improvements, if you wanted to share those with us, with the benefits of wearing the patch?
Yeah. The X39 patch is the one consistent that we are both doing. For her skin, because Beck had a heart attack a year ago, and she's not on any blood thinners at this point. She has a stent in the heart, and her skin, I mean, she bleeds so easily. She gets marks on her skin all the time. And she has had blood spots, you know, under the skin for so long. And I'm going to tell you how they are really starting to clear up. She's actually going to start looking like I haven't been beating her. And that's a really good thing, you know, because people are like, what are you doing? And we joke about it, but it's not, because it's been terrible to see it on her skin. And they're getting beautiful. They're getting smaller and things like that. My takeaway is, for her, is that I do believe her skin is looking better and things like that. But also the fact that she has more endurance. And that's what I'm noticing. Last night, I was laying in bed and I went, what? You didn't take any ibuprofen. You don't have any pain patches on, because a lot of times I have these little salon pauses on because of my work and stuff. I'm very physically moving clients and things like that. I have none of that. And I was laying there thinking, I am not in pain. That was my takeaway last night, was that I went, this is a first for me, and I don't know how long, many years. And that's just proof from, you know, the blood is proof, but just the fact that I didn't need anything, and I haven't taken anything all day, you know, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's great. That's excellent to hear. And I do know that last time you talked about the SP6 and you didn't notice the difference until after you stopped.
I know, right?
Taking it. And you were like, wait a minute. I
was munchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I started my SP6
I'm gonna
back
hang
up.
out. I'm going to hang out on that one, and I'm ordering the energy patch this time. I just want to play around, see which one's really,
Absolutely. We have another question. Evelyn.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm looking at the slide below the one where you say digestion is improving, and there still seems to be some blood clumping.
Yes.
So tell me, is this still the same date, this one here?
Oh yeah, that's just, you know, I just moved the slide around a little bit more. Yeah, you're going to see some clumping because I'm not taking enzymes. And I used to have Roulet. I mean, I was really, you know, years and years ago, I really had bad digestion, and so I relied on digestive enzymes for years to make sure that my blood was apart and that, you know, I felt good. And that's what I said. I'm really impressed that even day 10, and if Kate can, you have day 10.
Yeah, let me
you know, the day 10 was really like one of my very first, I don't know if you were on for that one. That was really one of my very first looks at the fact that this was helping. The night before, on the October 9th, we had gone out and I think we had a pretty big meal, and I know I had some alcohol that night. So I wasn't surprised to find some clumping, but I didn't take any enzymes. And so, you know, to find the oxygen and things like that still working pretty good without that assistance, I was pretty impressed. Did it look as absolutely great as I thought? No. And that's what you're going to see there. The before patching on 8/24, that's the same picture you had on the other one. But the day 10 was just amazing to me because, again, I had stopped taking and still have not using any of my digestive products. I'm not even doing my kombucha right now because I really, really want to see how this progresses for the next couple months. So yeah, so on day 47, there was some clumping. You are right. And I'm not surprised to see that. It would have been a tough haul for my blood to digest everything that was there before. So
Great,
yeah.
thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
You have an image here with all of them together. You just have to give me a minute because my screen's a little taken over by things right now. Ooh, there it is. There it is. There we go.
And the other thing I can say about it is that probably by day 47, the way my life has just my roller skates are just never stop spinning. I'm not as hydrated as I should be. And so that will make a difference in what you're seeing in the blood as well. And that's possibly why the uric acid crystal was there. Thank you. That looks good. Yeah, so it has progressed quite interestingly. And I'm impressed. I'm more than thankful that the thrombocyte aggregation went away because, you know, again, blood clotting, blood clumping and stuff like that is definitely a warning sign. And I was, you know, taken back by that. Now the crystal, I'm not really worried about it, but I am going to be watching my blood again in another, like I said, 10, 15 days whenever I get a chance. I think I'm at an expo. Yes, I'm at an expo the first weekend in November. Then I'll remember to take my blood. Yeah.
Nice. Any other questions for Dr. Ward? Right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I would love for I wanted to share your website. I had it here a second ago. Oh, where'd it go? Health Quest for Life with the number 4.
Right. Yes.
Health Quest for Life. So you can go there and learn all about what Dr. Ward does. If you're local, you can go set up to get your blood analyzed, which was really cool, I must say. And that's how we met, because I went over and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Go do this.
Yeah.